Holy shit. Wow.
I'll pull that whole side.
Wow. That's not like a hole in the block. That's a
Yeah, tore this
the
whole
whole corner of the block.
Yeah. Oh. Hello.
Still spins nice.
Yeah, it's still good. I was saying to Troy, or to Sean, looks like the crank hopefully will still be good. So I can maybe sell the crank.
Yeah, 100% you can sell
So I want
the
to buy
crank.
the crank for a real.
Wow.
The balance shaft's looking alright.
That looks like an absolute nightmare.
Wasn't that bad.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. I will definitely be simplifying
It's like
it.
chunks stuck in my finger.
Oh.
What else you got? Ooh.
See where I got lucky with the balance shaft?
That's all piston and ring,
Yeah.
a bit of block.
Bit of everything.
And the head?
The head doesn't look too bad.
What's that?
It's like an oil pressure control. So that's the back one there. It's just sort of not too bad. It's hit up on the valves a little bit.
Did it damage the valve?
They look, I don't know, there's a little nick like right here on the seat. But we'll see what they say. Worst case, it'll need maybe a couple of valves and clean up there. But everything else looks alright. I can't tell what cam views are on it. So they don't have like a brand on them.
I'm not sure.
And these, I have to get the numbers off when I pull them out. According to the paper that was in the book, 274.
They're a big cam.
But I don't know how accurate that is.
Wow. So because Daniel wanted to be like me, he decided to buy an Evo 6 with a blown engine. Fuck, that is insane. Have you ever seen a block like that?
Personally, it's the worst I've seen in person.
So it broke off around the balance shaft
Yeah, well, this cylinder is the one that went.
and just
And
tore the
that
side
was
off.
still obviously on there. That fell off when I took the sump off. And they're like, see, they're encased. And they
Oh,
stop
it came
here.
on both sides.
Yeah. So you had that like encased in here.
Yeah.
So it missed the balance shaft. So at least like I can use them.
Wow. Crazy. Open the barrage.
I'm not sure if I've got the oil and fuel.
Literally first startup. Wow. Open the barracks, I want to hear it.
Oh yeah, I forgot the barracks is shut. I was like, yes,
That's better. Predictions? Beamer?
Well, we're limited to map sensor.
Yeah, was it 26 or 7
So
pound?
we can go 27 pound because it gives you a 2 psi buffer for a boost nut safety. I'm actually a little bit stumped on this one, but I think it might go 27. It's got 8.5 to 1 comp, so 26 pound, 27 pound. I reckon we're just gonna come on 500 or less.
I was thinking the same.
Because that speedy towing went like 550 on 25 pound, but that's got really high comp ratio.
He's gonna come back around. Good luck. I'm with Troy. I reckon. I'm gonna say 505. I'm saying 505.
Yeah, that's great. That's just like doing a Google search.
Should we go? Yes.
How much?
Horsepower? What did you say?
505.
What choice?
Might just tickle 500.
I don't know, 500 on the dot.
5 on the dot. What did it make before?
The most that car's ever made is 350 on like 22 pound with its old setup.
With a stock 25.
But I
no?
made 353 on 18 pound with very rich air fuel ratio. What are you doing?
Oh.
There's still a coffee in there.
So the big block twin cam RB30 E30 BMW is getting tuned today, so I am currently heading down to Allsparks to see how it's going on the dyno. Yeah, Allsparks. Be that annoying person that hangs around the whole time while the car is getting tuned, so I'm headed back to work. But the highest I saw while I was there was 454 kilowatt, which is 610 around there kilowatt on like 24 psi. So some crazy power for a little car like that, and unfortunately I don't think it's going to make much more than that, because that's pretty much borderline on that map sensor, so it's going to need a bigger map sensor to put more boost into it. But we'll see what happens by the time it comes back to us, and I'll actually be able to go over the car with Troy, because this video is a bit backwards. You're seeing the car getting tuned and stuff before I even tell you what the hell's in it. So the BMW is back, and it made 500.1 kilowatts. So we're all pretty close, but Daniel was spot on. 500 kilowatts on the dot, maxing the map sensor at 26 or 7 psi. So we'll get Troy to give you a rundown on exactly what this car has. I'm gonna talk about the Beamer. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I can tell you all about it. And you need 4 of those. or just 2? Alright, let's go, buddy. What's going on here?
That's our brakes, mate.
Press the brakes.
Who's got time for a loud exhaust?
Barracks.
Tell you what, the electric power steering on this has made such a big difference.
I feel so small in here.
Yeah.
I mean big because the car's so small.
They're full of boys.
Alright, so you RB25 converted this how long ago?
About 3.5, 4 years ago, Jake came to me and goes, I want an RB25 for my E30, and I go,
So this came to you as a 4-cylinder stock
completely
Beamer.
standard 4-cylinder car. Standard rear end.
So it now has a 32 GDST rear end.
Yeah, I said to him, look, I'll
Like
charge.
full cradle, everything.
I'll charge you next to nothing. Like, still make like decent money, but
Let me try and do it.
I'll consider doing it. And it actually ended up being quite a really, I reckon, a straightforward conversion. The S13 coilovers almost fit straight in once the rear end was
Would
in.
we do it at work?
Hey?
Would we do it at work, or is it a liability?
Well, everything's a liability in what we do.
Like
But
if someone sees this video and goes, hey, I want to do a 32 rear end.
I'd consider it because the way I did it, I've actually used factory pickup points
Yeah.
from the original subframe, and I used a little bit of engineering in the back and tied into factory chassis rails. I used crushed tubes, I used rated bolts.
Because the guy I'm in a convo with on Facey, he's got a E30. He did 32 diff, but in the the Beamer cradle.
Yeah, they're crap because they're like a Holden, a single wishbone.
Oh, no upper camera.
So there's no adjustability.
Yeah. That's like HR31.
Yeah.
You
And-
lower them and they just go.
Yeah, and they break flat out. What was that?
It's your car.
I don't even think it was a gear.
So, had a 350 kilowatt RB25 in it, stock 25 box.
Yeah,
He was wrapped with that for a while.
It was really good, and then he ended up doing something. He did a ring land on it. I don't know how he did it. Maybe the fuel system just surged one night, or who knows. And then we bought a second-hand engine.
Was that engine like destroyed?
It was rebuildable, but he wasn't ready to rebuild an engine. Like he goes, I still want to keep the 25 because I'm still just want to drive it.
Yeah.
Because he knew this would take a while, the 3 litre. So we always had the 3 litre in the making. So he brought me a block, and he goes, here's some money, just buy the rods, pistons, and start getting the bottom end ready. So about a year ago, he sent the motor off to Danny Engines with the rust pistons and spin rods like we always do.
So it's a 3 litre.
Yeah, RB30, 25 head, Aussie special head,
So everyone thinks it's a 26, but it's actually a 25-30.
but it says 26.
Yeah, I know. And,
So- The head on it, it's a full quad job, standard valve with the biggest VCT cams. So I think they're like 272.
what are they? Calford?
They're Calfords, yeah, I always go Calfords. Just we can get them easy, they're reliable, nothing ever happens. Stuck with VCT, because who doesn't want response with top end all at once?
Haltech.
Haltech 750, which is
G85.
what we put in it originally.
IC7.
Yeah. What a difference. I wish you had a photo of the old setup.
Oh, it was literally just self-tapping
Yeah.
onto there.
Yeah, with an old steering wheel, the old cluster. Now this is actually nice to drive.
Clutch.
Clutch, twin plate extreme. The old
Gearbox.
setup, the box is a PPG 5-speed.
Error.
Sorry, it's not that. It's just some built box, not sure where he got it from.
So yeah, some built 5-speed.
It's a helical still, synchro box. Standard diff, which he's not a drifter or anything like
Yeah.
that, so he doesn't need two-way or a locker.
Plasma mount, intake manifold, 6 boost, turbo smart gate. Garrett what?
G35 1050.
G35 1050,
G35 1050.
3.5 inch exhaust made by. What else?
Alloy cooler piping, new radiator.
Lots of PRP stuff, trigger kit, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, actually, trigger kit. That's what I
Coil
think was
kit.
wrong. That's what I think hurt the old motor. Was the CAS. I think the CAS was on its way out. But I want to go back to the old motor. When we put because it broke a first motor and we put a second motor in it. We put it on the dyno, and this is when John was working for us. One pull on the dyno, radiator just went woof. Water everywhere, cooked. We go, shit, we better pull the head off. Pull the head off. The gasket was blown out, but you could tell it had been blown for ages. It was just all corroded.
Oh, so you just put a whole nother motor in it, didn't do air gasket, I think.
Nah, that was just paid $3,000 for a motor. We thought it would be good enough, you know. Back in the day, 300 kilowatt on one of these cars was nothing. The first setup went 350. It lasted like 2 years. And now we got this. This is
stock brakes.
You know what? It stops really good.
Little 195 tyres on the back.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, I just thought.
What injectors?
My favourite stainless steel internal Bosch 1650s.
Oh, that's a big injector.
They're reliable. They're easy to tune, and they're good for 600 kilowatt, just over, on a single set. This does have the ability to go 2 sets, but we don't have the ECU to control it at the moment.
You know, when you break it down like this, it doesn't sound like much.
It doesn't sound like much, but there's definitely a lot involved.
Oh yeah. It sounds really good.
It's got 1/2 inch head studs and a metal gasket. I like to. People like to go 12mm. We've just been doing 13mm for years now, and it's been good. I feel comfortable. You know, studs are like $300 for 1/2 inch studs.
Yeah. It's got sunroof.
Sunroof. It actually has a little bit of grip.
You know, yeah, for a 195, it actually like a wheel spins,
yeah,
but
started to hook.
but it. Wow. Yeah, definitely still pulls.
Yeah. Car feels comfortable. Wow.
Jesus Christ. And like today's, what do you reckon it is? Like 30 something at the moment? Degrees?
Yeah, it's hot. But like I won't keep beating on it just because of that heat. It actually,
Analog clock.
I don't even know how to read it.
And it did have a pretty crazy full cage in it. But it's gone at the moment.
Yeah, it took it out.
For street duties. What a car.
Dude,
It's probably, oh, my seatbelt's like locked
Yeah,
up.
so is
I'm
mine.
stuck.
but would you say?
It's probably because it's lightweight, like that it still moves while the wheel spins.
Remember my Mazda? My Mazda
Yeah,
felt
like-
dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
this
when I
drives
get third
fine.
gear and I know I got 500 kilowatt, and I feel comfortable.
Oh yeah, it made 500 on the dot. And I gotta say, this is one of the coolest engine bays I've seen in a while.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is. The colours all work.
Like when this car was finished, even Troy stood back and was like, wow.
I'm in love.
Wow.
Actual love.
You want it straight in?
Yeah, I'll go in because I want to put the laptop in just to suss out that engine light.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you. I'm on my way. Got the bonnet.
I got the bonnet.
Like it has a usual amount of grip.
Yeah, it's a wheel spins, but it's still fast.
Yeah, so it's maybe it's working. Yeah. Right, like we put it in third, and we're like, I'm feathering, but we're like, we're pinned. We gotta do the wheel studs.
Yeah, where they were on the windscreen.
Yeah, they're on the seat.
What a car, mate.
Bro, this car feels like it's good to drive.
You want to sign out my video?